Okay, this is world history, the Industrial Revolution. This goes along with contract number 2, the last week. We're starting off talking about the Industrial Revolution. This is a time in the 1800s, and we talked specifically in class about this occurring in England before anywhere else, and there's a number of reasons for that. Your standard, just as it was before, is going to be World History 10.3. We're analyzing the effects of the Industrial Revolution, especially in England, France, Germany, Japan, and the US. So really we're looking at some of the effects of the Industrial Revolution. That's kind of the big idea here. Overall, if we look at our objective box down here, we're learning some basic information that deals with the Industrial Revolution and its effect on the world. You need to know the basics. For this particular lesson, really we're looking at the 4 main natural elements: water, cotton, coal, and metals that were found in England. And I want you to be able to understand that those 4 natural resources allowed England or Great Britain to experience the Industrial Revolution before anyone else. So we go back to this, our stage of different developments. We started off in the year with a nomadic man. Not a lot was known about him. We talked earlier in Contract 1 about the ancient man, and then last time also about the enlightened man. This is where we tied in a lot of our revolution, the American Revolution, the French Revolution, the idea of enlightenment in general. And once people have reached that level of enlightenment, then we take the next step, which is the move to industrialization with the industrial man. The industrial man is going to be different from these other guys in a number of ways, especially though the way he's able to take the natural world, natural resources around him, and start mass producing goods. Once you're able to mass produce goods, of course you're going to be able to make money. Money and power are going to go hand in hand with European countries during these times. Overall, your main idea, like I said a couple minutes ago, with many natural resources, those natural resources, once again, water, cotton, coal, and metals. England also had a number of workers and already existing wealth, which is going to allow them to be the main starting place of your Industrial Revolution. Next up, we've got a picture. This is a water wheel. You're going to see a mill here. So what they're doing is, in England, they realized how to actually take the existing riverways, that water, and they're going to use that water to actually come through here, turning their wheels. If you remember last week when we talked about this, the wheel power is going to power all kinds of machinery for them. Over time, they realized that they could also use the pressure buildup from coal to be doing these same things, totally starting the mechanization of Europe. Water, cotton, coal, and iron. Water is used in a number of ways during the Industrial Revolution, not just for drinking, as a lot of people think. They used the water, like I said a second ago, to power their water wheels. Water was used for transportation purposes. Water was used in growing your crops. Just the simple fact that England has a lot of natural rivers and waterways allows them to actually develop better crops, so better agriculture, better eating, less starvation. With that water, they're able to use the fields and grow cotton. Cotton is going to be the first industry. They often call that the textile industry. That's making your clothes. And once I've got water, I can start growing better and better cotton fields. And once I start producing cotton on a large scale, it gives me a need for machinery like these basic water wheels to use to power my machinery to spin faster cotton, to make more fabric, to move on in that manner. Coal is also abundantly available in England. People take coal that's naturally there, and they're able to melt down the metals and make things like steamboats and trains for transportation. They're able to use the coal to melt down metals and do all kinds of things with it. The coal is used in powering the train. So if you've ever seen a picture of a choo-choo train, usually you've got the guy driving it, and in the back he's scooping in a bunch of coal. That's what that's for. And then the iron, all the machinery, all the parts, all the pieces, the screws and the nuts and bolts. Some of the dark sides to this time. This Industrial Revolution is great. However, we're also going to see a lot of child labor. These kids, this picture is of them. They were used in the coal mines, so we'd often see young guys in these coal mines working long hours just digging up that coal. all sorts of problems happen from them breathing in that coal dust. So if you look at these pictures, you can see their eyes are swollen from rubbing their eyes. You get a lot of infections. Breathing in that coal dust, it's all over their face. You get diseases. The big one is called black lung, where you're actually coating the inside of their lungs. Is a really bad thing for these guys. At this point, you should see that the Industrial Revolution started in England. That's also called Great Britain oftentimes. What natural resources made the Industrial Revolution start there? That's once again your water, cotton, coal, and your metals. To put that information into a sentence frame, you fill it in. So you'd start with water. Water was an important resource in the Industrial Revolution because, so you've got water, cotton, coal, and iron. Using your resources out of the book, so this is just a regular textbook, pages 379 and 380, what you're going to be doing is looking up all your information right in here about the Industrial Revolution. It starts down here at the bottom of 379, really focusing on the changes in cotton production. Once you've got the cotton being produced, you have a need to use water to transport the cotton, to grow the cotton, to clean the cotton cloth. Once you do that, you're going to see a growth in the coal industry for the machinery required, a big boom in new factories, and then also railroads. Water, cotton, coal, and metals all tie together during this time. Without one of these, you're definitely missing something. And then your assignment, you take a look at those four things, water, cotton, coal, and iron, and using that same sentence frame, tell me why each one was important in the Industrial Revolution. Water was an important resource, cotton, coal, and iron. You fold down your paper. On the outside, if you'd like a shot at some extra credit, this is where we go back to that right brain, left brain activity that we did last week, where I had you read the different colors and the different words. And with your different sides of your brain, what I'd like you to do is, once you've told me in your own words why each one was an important resource during the Industrial Revolution, I'd like you to fold down that paper and see if you can graphically display water, cotton, coal, and iron. It could look basic, it could be something kind of silly looking, maybe stick figures, something like that, but try to your best to actually just draw out each of these four. Doing that, just trust me on this, doing that is going to help you to understand this information a little bit better, and you're also attaching a picture with this existing information. All four of those things work together in the natural world to create the Industrial Revolution. Once again, we've been looking at overall the Industrial Revolution, and after doing this activity, you should better understand, not everything obviously, but some of the basic information dealing with the Industrial Revolution, specifically the reasons why it happened in England above other places. And ideally, as we move forward, you will see that connection from the power of European countries like England, France, Germany, and the United States, and how that has all shaped the modern world a little bit more. That was our objective. If you have any questions, as always, you can call me directly at the school. The number is 486-1166. My extension up here is 4115 if you want to call me that way. Or you can also email me. Some of you guys have emailed me my new email, jpatterson@agapeschools.org, if you want to get a hold of me that way. Otherwise, you can hang out after school next time you're here, and I will sit one-on-one with you and help you out however you need it.